Close and go. Hi guys. Hello, hello, hello. All right, so we have a quick message, a quick download, okay? It's really like from a dream message. It's really from a dream message. I have a new deck. I'm super excited about it because I was talking about my baby Sakai. I was talking about my baby Sakai on the phone, and then I turn around and I see the world. Okay, and if you guys don't know, that Sakai names means the world, right? Sakai name means the world. Let me go ahead and share this message. Love it. All right. So the title of this message is "They Want to Feel Included Without Doing the Inner Work," and the ancestors have said no. The ancestors absolutely said no. So, dear divine, please bless and charge me with the collective. Please bless and charge me and the collective with the energy to bring a balance to our complete being, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Everything that is above is below. Everything that is on the outside is felt on the inside. Please block out any interruptions. All right. And I call in my highest vibrational ancestors, spirit guides, deities, to pass to the collective this information. All right. And we call in our people. I know it's pretty early. All right. 8:11 in some places, 9:11 in some places, 7:11 in some places. It's really 6:11. Oh, wow. So let's see what the collective message is and what is divine saying no to. What is our ancestors saying no to? Hello. Guys, don't forget to like the message when it resonates. Don't forget to like the message when it resonates. Alright. So let's get the energy of this reading. I actually want to use this deck of cards. Divine calling and in the shadows. Okay. Higher purpose, stalking, observing, watching. Alright. So someone is watching and stalking you, but divine is saying you have a higher calling. So you don't necessarily need to address them. You don't need to call them out. You know that they're there, they're watching. You know, you can feel their energy, right? And just because you feel their energy, it doesn't mean that they can touch you. Okay? A lot of people try to energetically manipulate the surroundings and try to make things about them. And it's not. It's not. So your ancestors have been telling you, have been giving you like red flags about someone or something that you know, you just know. Oh, look at that. Promiscuous, right? You just know that they're not for you. Okay, man eater, fuck boy, not in tune with their sexuality. Okay, so someone is definitely not in tune with their sexuality. What I'm getting to is this could be a female that shows up in masculine energy. Okay, this could be a female that shows up in a lot of masculine energy. So they want to bombard you. Okay, this could be a mother, a sister, a friend, not really a friend, but a wannabe friend, or whatever the case is. Clickbait in reverse. They just want your attention. They want your attention, and they also want to use you to gain clout of some in some type of way. Like use you to gain some type of clout. I'm also getting to, like, they could be catfishing. They could be catfishing. Like pretending to be someone else that they're not, but whoever it is that they pretending to be, you know them. Look at that. 1-800-search4you.com, gathering information and looking you up. Rich rising. So this person is trying to figure out things. Okay, they were just collecting information, collecting data on you, taking action in reverse and not doing anything with it. You know, they may have, and this is kind of like what the ancestors have been pointing out, y'all. They have been talking about this for the last month. I have been in research on my own channel, like, you know, like, okay, let me go back, right? Actually, since November. I'm telling y'all, ever since we did that zombie cord cutting, things have been up in smoke. Okay, Holy Team Love from Michigan. Love your vibe. Oh, I'm from Michigan. I am from Michigan. Okay, hey. So I'm from Detroit. I am from Detroit. Okay, east side of Detroit. Because you know, when you from the east side, you gotta say you from the east side. Now everybody be like, I'm from Detroit. But then if they don't say they from the east side, they from the west side. You already know. Okay, if not from the west side, they from the southeast side. Okay. Or referred or warned. Okay, so thank you so much, Spirit. So yeah, so they were like kind of showing up, right? They were kind of showing up, pretending as if they were gathering information or getting and receiving whatever it is that you were putting down. Maybe you were schooling them. Maybe you were what do you call that? Like it's so weird. It's like I could see somebody, I don't even really want to use that example, but let's say that this is someone pretending to be spiritual. I can't even go around it. But they're doing it for like clickbait reasons. Like to catfish other people. I promise y'all, it's a clickbait, and it said bait and switch. So they try to bait you in and like kind of switch destinies with you. I guess we just talking, and this is like what your ancestors is pointing out, because at the end of the day, your ancestors know exactly who you are. And not only that, if you are spiritually tied to your ancestors, you have a good relationship, a good rapport with your ancestors. And what I'm picking up to, let me just be clear. I'm getting like a grandmother or either a mother figure. Mother figure that is a grandmother, but maybe it's your grandmother. Let me pull out these ancestor cards real quick, okay? I'm also getting to like a brother that is a father. Okay, because he's coming in like in a father figure energy, but maybe he isn't your father. You get what I'm saying? Maybe he isn't your father. And at the end of the day, like, they're very protective of your energy, because your energy is actually what carries y'all's family. Okay, your energy is what carries the family. So when people show up and try to be in when people show up and try to manipulate and try to clickbait, switch, and all of that destiny swapping ass shit, like, your spirit team kind of shuts it down. All right, so this so crazy what this guy just say. They're actually sitting on this side. What they just said was they want to live in your skin. So this is giving like a younger guide. Okay, this is someone that transitioned young. All right, I'm also seeing, when I just said that, they show me a motorcycle. All right, so someone may have gotten into like a motorcycle accident, or a motorcycle was on the road when they transition of some sort, but they're saying they want to live in your skin. This was not that long ago. All right, clear. Thank you so much. What is the message of this ancestor? What is the message of the ancestor for the collective right now? What is the message of the ancestor? Who is this ancestor that is showing up Thank you so much, Divine. The altar of water, love overflowing. Okay, so this is a water sign, Pisces. Look, and then the father of water at the bottom of the deck, but it's not your father. Okay, it's not your father. It was turned in reverse. This is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Second house and seventh house is being activated. Venus energy is coming forth. Okay. Love overflowing, divine love, romantic love, communal love. Every kind of love is pouring through you right now. This is the beginning of something beautiful. Make way for joy of love. This new relationship can be a friendship or a new suitor. It could be a career partnership that you love, or even a renewed love for an already existing person or situation in your life. Either way, you are worthy and deserving of this magnificent new blessing. Okay. And the ancestral medicine says libations, libations, libations. So this is someone that you have poured out libations for. You have literally said their name, poured out the alcohol or the coffee or the tea. You have poured out libations for this particular ancestor. And this is the one that you have said, I give you permission to act with me, not for me, with me on my soul journey. So this is a ancestor that you absolutely know, okay? It says something new is being born. Every birth expands and evolves your lineage. Most are blessed waters. Most use blessed waters or alcohol to pour libations from a glass, a kvass, or a bowl. Libations in some cultures can also be poured into reverence with rice or even tea. Okay, so like I said, I was getting strong tea. It's almost as if someone is saying, I don't even have any coffee in my house. Oh, but I got this tea. Let me make some tea for my ancestors. So if this is not something that you've already done, this ancestor is saying that we will accept the offering now. Okay, thank you so much. My head just started stopping, okay? Not hurting, but it's like, ding, it's like a light bulb went off, okay? Thank you so much, Divine. Who is this ancestor that is waiting for the collective to take action with? Who is this ancestor? All right. The root of air and creatures of air. All right. The root of air, and it says take charge, take charge, take charge, and explore. Take charge, love overflowing, take charge. And then it says trust the path. All right. And then the root of air. So Taurus, Virgo, Cap, and then Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. All right. So who is this ancestor? All right. So it says when you are uncomfortable with emotions, your own or other people's, you are robbing yourself of experiencing true intimacy. Being vulnerable means allowing yourself to be uncomfortable and still open. Make space for others to be vulnerable with you as well. So the ancestral memory of this is actually, this came out in reverse. So let me do the shadow aspect, okay? So your ancestors is definitely asking you to do some form of shadow work, right? And so let's get the shadow dynamic of it, right? Everybody doesn't know how to do shadow work, all right? And I'm really starting to realize that. Are you bored or boring? Are you bored or boring? Getting back into the flow. You are ignoring so much of your life. Do not beat yourself up for being lazy or allowing perfectionism to block you. Self-inquiry. Am I overwhelmed or depressed? Okay? Am I overwhelmed or depressed? Somebody's system is overwhelmed with some type of emotion. And I think this has something to do with not being grounded. Someone could be calling on different deities, different ancestors, different spirit guides all at one time, thinking that they can handle that. And you know what this is too? You know what this is? This is why your ancestors threw that red flag out there. The red flag isn't necessarily for you, but this is someone that feel as if they can walk a mile in your shoes. This is where that destiny swap, catfish shit, bait and switch shit came in at, because someone feels as if they can call on their ancestors, call on their deities, call on their spirit guides all at one time. And I'm trying to figure out, like, why do they feel like they can do that? Why they should do that? Thank you so much, Divine. I like, let's figure out why it is. Let's see. The underdog is snatched. Someone really wants to, like, snatch your image or whatnot. All right. What's the creatures of earth? All right. What is the creatures of earth? I'm going to flip this card back so I can remember it was in reverse. And the root of air. Someone is just talking to talk. Someone is just talking to talking. Talking to talk. They're actually not exploring their options. Look, rebound in reverse. This is someone that you may have cut off and then taken back. All right. And now you're cutting them off again. So someone has done something and you said, thank you next, right? Or maybe you just said, you know what, thank you for showing yourself, right? The first time. And then the second time, it's like, third time, you like, all right, next. Like, get them out of here. Lock them up. Lock them up. No rebounds. All right. Third and fourth house is being activated. Gemini, brother and sister image. And Cancer image, okay? Someone who wants to be your mom, all right? Lock them up. All right, thank you so much, Divine. What's this 1-800 searching with the root of air? What is it that spirit does not want us to explore? You know what? Spirit is saying, instead of looking into someone else's life, look into your life. That right there is a red flag. If you can't do your own work, but you're steady investigating somebody else to figure out why they're this, why they're that, why they're not like this. You know what? You know what it is too? I see someone trying to investigate something about your body. With 1-800 search for you and then the root of air. With this right here, they're trying to look into something about your body. So let me give you guys an example, right? Thank you so much, Spirit. Damn. Isolation. They're trying to remote, alone, deserted, feeling rejected, and intense sadness. They're trying to say, this is why you feel this way, right? This is why you are emotionally unregulated. This is why you're you know, why you're this, why you're that. And the whole time it's just like projection. There's some type of sickness that's going on in their own mind that they need to like handle and take care of. And the problem is they either wanted to like overload it up on you, clear. They either wanted to overload it up on you, or either they wanted you to live their life while they live your life, because you are emotionally grounded. You are emotionally grounded, and the people not just the people, but you too. Not just like the people that are around you are emotionally grounded, but there's a circle that I'm seeing, right? There's a circle that I'm seeing. And it's so crazy because people be wanting that 10 of Cups energy, but then they show up in that Princess of Cups attitude, you know? And you may think like, all right, well, the Princess of Cups, she's a princess. Right, she's a princess. She is working on her emotional maturity. She's working on it. However, to have that 10 of Cups energy, you have to be spiritually, mentally, physically mature, because there are other people that are watching you. You get what I'm saying? The Princess of Cups can slide, dive, but she's not the queen. You know, she's not the queen. She's not the family, the mom or the dad or the child or any. Well, she is the child. She's childish a little bit, okay, y'all? She is childish. I love her. I love her. I love her. She's very sensitive, though. She's very sensitive, okay? And this is what has kept this person isolated. This is what's kept this person isolated. They're worried about all of the other family members, everybody that's at the circle, and not worried about them motherfucker selves, all right? Starter wife. Not worried about them damn self. Work addict. All right? Divinely guided in reverse. Not worried about their damn self. Splitting hairs. Not worried about them damn self. They're going crazy trying to figure you out. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Divine is not telling you to do that, okay? Mine is not telling you to do that. That's putting you in a, that's putting them in a spiritual hell. All right, trying to figure out something. Someone could definitely be trying to get you off of your path, like with by not taking action on themselves. And yeah, you got to know the difference. You got to know the difference in when you trying to help people, or you're trying to, you know, are you trying to regulate your own system? That's what this energy is showing up as, someone trying to regulate their own emotional system and pretending as if they are trying to help other people. All right. They feel rejected. They feel as if like, you know, and I'm also getting too, they're actually getting stuck on their path. They're getting stopped in their tracks. I don't want to say stuck on their path, because, you know, the pathway just, it's so crazy that you could be still on the path, right? You could be still, but it's like the world keeps turning. Okay, the world definitely keeps turning. Look at that, the Empress. All right, thank you so much, Divine. All right, give me a card for, give me the card that our ancestors, so this is called Ancestral Path, all right? Give me the card. Let's just see. Let's just see. All right, can you define the collective? Can you please tell me where the collective is? You know what I'm coming to realize is I was asked a few questions the other day. I was asked a few questions about the people that are showing up to class, to the readings on my channel and stuff, right? I was asked about that, and I categorized them as 4 different categories. But then when I, you know, went back and chin check, right, there's 3 different categories of people. There's 3 different categories of people that show up here, right? You have the category of the people that are going to take the work and do the work, right? They're showing up for themselves. They're going to apply it in their day to day. Then you have the category of people who is just fishing for information, right? They're fishing for information. They're fishing for like gossip. They may be also, you know, looking at the reading to go and do their spiritual work. Let me not say that. It's not their spiritual work, but to go and take the reading to their page. Like I'm getting that I have other tarot readers on here, right? I know I do, right? And I'm not a tarot reader, I am a reader, right? I'm an intuitive mom. So I have those people that would like to be intuitive moms, but instead they're more like rebellious ass fucking children. All right, rebellious ass daughters and sons. Okay, those people, they're not ever going to really, I don't want to say ever, that's not a good thing, but they're not really going to apply what I'm teaching. They're just here fishing for information. Then I have another set of people, 933. I have another set of people that are showing up, and these are 3 different groups of students, right? 3 different circles. There's another group that, you know, they come in, they go out, they come in, they go out, they come in, they go out. They learn something, but they're on a they're not afraid, but this is new to them. So there are, let me see, you know, my whole energy has shifted. I don't want to say like my system upgraded, but I'm going to say that my system upgraded in the way that I am delivering. All right. And this is not a change that has happened overnight. It's been happening. All right. So what I'm going to do is I am going to get a card, because this is the ancestor that is I'm gonna get 3 cards, okay? I'm gonna get 3 cards, and you guys decide where you want to show up at. All right. Thank you so much. Can you show me the ancestral path for the 3 energies that's here? Thank you so much, Divine. Show me the ancestor path. The first one is the magician. All right. So those that are doing the work, this is you. You are the magician. Okay. You are the magician. You are the magician. Okay. So let me. The magician, an active force, creativity, spontaneously, practicality, skills, intenseness, self-reliant, willpower, self-confidence, the ability to imagine, create, and see ideas through completion, the art of persuasion, and the ability to influence others. Can also represent the use of power from negative or positive purposes, powering over rather than empowering others. When the magician shows up in reverse, it is trying to empower others. This magician is upright. It is not hoarding, rather it is sharing with the community. So the first set of people, your ancestors are guiding you, and even though I just threw the card on the ground, it still came up right, y'all. Your ancestors are telling you that you have everything that you need. We have provided you with the tools to absolutely pour back in. Love overflowing. Wow. All right, I see where we're going here. So, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, your Venus energy is activated. Your Venus energy is balanced. And it's time for you to pour into others, okay? You have Gemini, Taurus, Scorpio, and Sag. Those are Venus placements. All right, thank you so much, Divine. Can you give me the ancestral path for the second ones? All right, the second ones that are just here fishing for information. All right, fishing for information. They did not come with good intentions. Can you give me the ancestral path? Wow, the 9 of Cups in reverse. Don't tell me y'all showed up drunk as fuck this morning. Drunk, overboard of fucking emotions this morning. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know, and then the 9 of Cups in reverse, it talks about like pouring into, trying to entertain. Of fucking course, I ended up missing the last 2. Okay? The the 9 of Cups in reverse. The 9 of Cups, they're still there, okay? There is gonna be here, all right? The 9 of Cups in reverse is literally saying that you are overpouring your emotions into something that is not. There's no coming back, all right? Take charge in reverse. Spirit wants you to relax. Spirit wants you to relax, okay? A lot of you guys, this is a new cycle for you guys, all right? What you're experiencing, some of y'all, it's an old cycle, but get your shit together, okay? Because the 9 of Cups is in reverse. The 9 of Cups in reverse is just too much. It's too much. It's overpouring. It's too much. It's even too much. It's ugh. All right. Hollow rituals, meaningless celebrations, and events that are devoid of substance. Okay, of substance. All right. This is you leaving a group who you thought shares similar interests or values. Okay. So this is someone that is no longer a part of a group. My hands just started itching, y'all. My hands just started itching. This definitely could be, oh, look, and it says secret menu. All right, it says secret menu. So someone had a secret agenda, all right, who's in this middle energy, right? The ones that are spying on you, the ones that are in that clickbait energy, the ones that want a second chance, they want to come back around. All right, I'm definitely picking up on someone that is trying to emotionally bait you and play in your energy, or they are playing in your energy. So you are being emotionally manipulated by an outside source. Okay. Oh. All right. So let me get the energy of the third path, the ancestral path, the third ancestral path. For those that, you know, that are unsure on their path. Ooh. They gave me two cards. The Prince of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay? So Spirit wants you to take your time about repeating things, about speaking on things. All right? They want you to understand it. Don't think that you understand things from the very beginning, and it is what it is. Everything is subjective to not change, but to be clarified. That's what they said. So don't. All right. The quiet before the storm. But I got Prince of Swords in reverse. The quiet before the storm. The science of warfare. Forging a sword that is a resourceful tool as well as a destructive weapon. All right. So this is like it says fertilizing a masculine dominant with a feminine water, disciplining emotions. All right. So Spirit wants you to discipline your emotions. There could definitely be a reason why things are happening, and you need to know, instead of acting on it as this, everything is a divine download and da 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 da, and this means that da 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 da, right? You need to know that things happen for a reason. Things happen for a reason. There's also this Queen of Swords energy that's coming out. I feel some way about this Queen of Swords in reverse. It says the delight in children and grandchildren, parenting skills, and family pride. Okay. Letting what you love grow in its own light. Joy in the creative process and pride in one's creation. Making something from nothing. Letting what you love grow in its own light. So you're trying to control something. My third group, you are trying to control something. Your ancestors is saying, let it grow. Let it grow. And that's exactly what I was picking up with the Prince of Swords, as if you want to say this is what it is, right? But you haven't really gotten the whole full download or the whole full message. That's what it is. You haven't received the full message yet. So don't judge a book by its cover, even though if the cover is ugly, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to read the book. Okay? So don't do that. All right? Thank you so much, Divine. Let's get back into the message. Clear? Were you? Did you see Mankali? Magnetic. Okay? You are what you attract. Extraordinary and irresistible. Class clown. So guys, I told y'all that class clowns is showing up. We have one right now in the audience, y'all. We have one. They're trying to obstruct the message and justice. All right. They don't want you to receive this message. They don't want anything to come out. Why? Because they want to steal your identity. Okay. They want to steal your identity. They too feel as if that they have to make a statement. Okay, I'm here. I'm in the class. Okay, I'm here. Someone is definitely showing their true colors, showing their who they really are, online and offline. They're not just chaotic beings to you online. They're not just the person that shows up on your Facebook and comments. They're not the person that shows up on your YouTube and comment all the time. They actually try to invade your spiritual space. They try to come into your house, okay? They try to come into your house, to your spiritual sanctuary. They try to throw you off your path, baby. And this is exactly what it is. But what Spirit is saying is that you are what you call in. You get what I'm saying? You are what you call in. So if you want to be abundant, you cannot have class clowns. You cannot be in a class with class clowns. Not only do you You know, you don't have to change class. You can actually remove them from the class. Thank you. You can actually remove them from the class, okay? You can remove them from the class. And guess what happens? Everybody around continues to learn because you are what you attract. You are what you attract. And when you have other people showing up for you and you show up for other people, you're going to get the accolades that you deserve. People are going to recognize your energy as being abundant, as being someone that they can depend on, that you can depend on as well. Not only is there one person in the Ten of Cups energy, right? There's 4 people on the page. So you could be working with 4 or more people. You guys can be walking 4 different paths and still able to show up for each other. You have to know that we are all doing something different. We are all doing something different, but at the end of the day, I'm walking amongst a group of people that are ready to do the inner work. That are ready to do the inner work. You are walking amongst people that are ready to do the inner work. And not only are they ready and available to emotionally, mentally, physically, and financially to do the inner work, right? They're also able to produce what they said that they was going to do. That's when the true test comes in at, right? That's when the true test comes in at. Because not only did Spirit say, hey, I was going to put you amongst a group, but when people cannot produce what they promise, they start feeling insecure. And this is where they start stalking you. This is where they start trying to live through you. They're like, well, she did her homework. Let me copy what she did. All right? Let me copy what she did. They're infatuated. They are infatuated with you. They are infatuated with your image, with what you can produce, what you can do, right? We don't want infatuation. We don't want infatuation. We want real healers out here. We want real people. We want real, like, we just want fucking real. Like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with saying that we want something real? Nothing. Nothing is having faith. We want real faith. We want, let me tell y'all something, right? Let me tell y'all something. That the reason why ancestors scare tactics in reverse. This is why the ancestors threw the red flag up, right? This is why they threw the red flag up. Because you have to constantly remind somebody that, hey, you are what you say. You are what you say. You are what you're doing, right? And then you are constantly bothered. You know, you're bothered by these people trying to put their emotions on you. They had a fucking bad day. They show up in y'all group chat with a bad day. They show up on your channel with a bad day. They show up at your job having a bad day. They show up like, damn, we having a family event and y'all are so fucking negative. You get what I'm saying? Oh, such and such did this, they did that, da 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 da. You just like, oh my God, but did you die? Did you wake up today? Like, why can't you just be great? Well, no, I'm just gonna say how I feel. No, that's a fucking downward spiral, and they're trying to literally take everybody down with them. Everybody down with them. And your ancestors threw a flag on the fucking play. They threw a flag on the play. They said no. Absolutely not. Y'all, my spirit guides, they be throwing, this how they be like, flag, get them out of here. Like I told y'all, this came from a download. I literally woke up from a mother figure, not the divine mother, but a mother figure in my dream saying, I said no. I felt some type of way that I was being told no, but I felt empathy. I did not feel sympathy. You know what I said? I said, okay. I said, okay. That's what I said. I said, okay. I said, okay. You said no. You said no. Was I going to throw a tantrum that whoever, whatever that you said no to? No. Like somebody literally, and you know what they also said? They said, I said no 3 times, but I only heard in my dreams them say no twice. But they said that they said no 3 times. So that tells me not only did they tell me no twice, but they also told the other motherfucker no. They also told the other motherfucker no. Your deities have told these people no. Your ancestors have told these people no. Your spirit guides have told these people no. No, no, no. You cannot sit at our Ten of Cups table. Why? Because you're unregulated and you want to bring your bad energy, bad motherfucking drama, bad odor, bad skin, bad face, bad or head ass over here and project it off to the fucking whole fucking circle. People show up big as fuck with a negativity, and when you say fucking no, they want to and you like, bitch, no, 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 no. Y'all be thinking that this is a tantrum, but this is literally like fucking boundaries. Fucking boundaries. I said no. No, you cannot use my likeness. No, you cannot use what I taught you in private for a public thing when you are not integrating it into your life. Now, when I say that y'all can take what I put in these readings, if you're integrating it into your life, if you are showing up and adhering to the Divine Mother, I don't care if you go on your page and you teach mantras. I don't care. But when you're not doing the work, when you are not doing the work, and I know you're not doing the work because when somebody tells you no, you cannot do something, or just wait, or take a time out, or rest your body, rest your energy, how are you when and I'm not even going to say like sickness. You know, people try to project a certain type of illness off onto you because of how you carry certain things in your body, right? And they try to say, oh, this person has a disease, right? Or they're thinking like that, or they have a mental psychosis, or whatever the fuck it is, right? They try to project that energy off onto you because you set a boundary, because you have set some type of boundary. They're infatuated. They're infatuated with your likeness, with, you know, your aura, and they want to live in that. They want to live in that, but they have no faith in what it is that they're really doing. And your ancestors, your spirit guides, they see that shit. They see that shit. They know it. They know it. And I'm not talking about nobody in particular, so don't get your panties in a fucking bunch. Unfold your fucking arms. Unstump your fucking feet. I'm not talking about nobody in particular in my own personal life. Cord cut, center, regrounded, sent back. I literally am talking about the energy that is showing up in the circle. The energy that is showing up in the circle. Like, make everybody do their own work. Clear your own fucking karma. Nobody, even twins, was not born at the same time. Even twins, even triplets. My sister have triplets, and I have to remind myself, okay? Fishing for information is not going to get you any fucking where, but make your ass fucking drown. You're drowning. You're drowning, okay? You're drowning. Somebody is trying to wish on your downfall of some sort, fishing in reverse. All right, this could be a Scorpio. This could be a Aries. This could be a Gemini. All right, someone is definitely trying to stop some type of opportunity, or saying that you're blocking and stopping their opportunities. Like, no, they're just burnt out. At the end of the day, they're burnt out. All right, no cap and low vibrational. That's it. Y'all, I can't make the shit up. No cap in reverse. It's like they have no, they have no container. No container. But containment is very important when you're doing soul work. You have to keep certain things inside. Nobody, and I mean no fucking body, nobody can initiate you into anything when you do not have the faith to hold what you are receiving from divine. Nobody can initiate you into anything. So I cannot bring you into the circle and say, hey, this person is going to start being in our inner circle, when the work that has been done, you know, that is being done, you cannot handle the capacity of the work that requires you to physically show up, mentally show up, spiritually show up, and financially show up grounded. You can't. You out here spending, and you don't have a fucking job. You don't have the emotional capacity to fucking save and to say, you know what? I don't need this right now. You're overeating, oversleeping, and just over it. Okay? You're over it. You don't even want to do the work. You're over. You're over religion. You're over faith. You over Jesus. You over God. You over the divine mother. You're over it. You over it, except you ain't under it. You ain't under it. Thank you so much, divine. Let's get some tarot, and then we're going to get out of here. All right, let's get the tarot, and then let's get out of here. Give me the tarot energy on this. What's the flag? Thank you so much. The Magician with the 10 of Cups on the split. All right, not even what's the flag. What is the message? Thank you so much. What's infatuation? Wow, the Empress in reverse. The Empress in reverse. So someone is infatuated. Someone is definitely infatuated with being seen, with being the mother, with and you know what's crazy? I don't want to throw slugs and whatnot, but how can you be the mother and you don't even carry mother energy? You don't give a fuck about the mother. You don't give a fuck about the divine mother. You don't give a fuck about being the mother. You don't give a fuck about your mother or the mothers that are around you. How can you be the Empress? How can you be the Empress? You're infatuated with something that you don't embody yourself. Thank you so much, divine. What is having faith for the collective? What is having faith for the collective? Letting go and trusting in God. And whatever happens, what is having faith? Wow, the 8 of Cups in reverse. All right, the 8 of Cups in reverse. So the collective, y'all need to walk away and don't look back. Do not look back. When you let go of something, when you leave it at the water, leave it at the water. Some of y'all is pouring out libations and y'all leaving an offering for y'all ancestors and y'all giving this over to y'all ancestors. Thank you. Bust down, Tatiana. Please bust these Tatianas down, divine. Please bust these Tatianas down. All right, what is having faith? What is having faith in identity theft? Having faith in identity theft. Man, that's the identity theft is the Empress in reverse. I'm telling y'all right now, the Ace of Cups in reverse. Look, the Ace of Cups in reverse. Identity theft. They wanted to steal, rob your energy, your emotions. All right? They're saying that, well, you know what? That bitch has successfully cut me off. That bitch has successfully ignored the fuck out of me. Let me go and show up like I'm successfully ignoring them. But then they still show up with a bad odor, bad auras. The Emperor in reverse. There's a justice that's coming between this Emperor in reverse and this Empress in reverse. So there's some type of justice that's being called in, some type of balance that's being called in between the divine masculine energy and the divine feminine energy. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. All right, what justice is coming out? Thank you so much, divine. Ooh, the Hierophant in reverse. Someone is losing their spiritual gifts. God is revoking access. Your ancestors is revoking access, or they have already. They've already determined that they're going to revoke some form of access to spirituality. Someone could be losing their platform. They could be losing their spiritual gifts. Thank you, Clear. All right, what is this Hierophant in reverse? That's because they didn't do what they said that they were going to do. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, this is going down really quick. This is absolutely bad luck that's happening. Well, it feels as if it's bad luck. There's no such thing as bad luck. It's just shit happens, okay? It's karma, all right? But someone is definitely losing something, all right? Whoever this is that tried to be in your energy, Spirit is saying that you need to avoid confrontation. You need to be the bigger one, all right? And some of the things is just, thank you so much. I'm not going to clear that out, but thank you so much, Divine, for that guidance right there. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, be the bigger person. Be the bigger person. Don't show up in masculine energy or unhealed divine feminine energy. If you are the mother, be the mother. You know, what you say you are on the inside, make sure that you give that on the outside. And again, y'all, and again, the 9 of Pentacles, right? The 9 of Pentacles, and again. And again, and again, and again, and again. So this, the Death card is something ending, right? Something ending is something starting up, like renewing or whatever. Like faith renewed with the Death card, right? And the 9 of Pentacles with the Strength card. So Spirit is saying, you know, I always say this, like, don't laugh at your enemies. Don't laugh at the people that have come up against you, that have tried to swap destinies with you. Or, you know, when someone smelled, oh, man, this is how you know whether or not someone is truly faking it, right? There was this person, right? This was one of the tests, and it's coming up too. This was one of the tests. And this is why, like, this was a big test. This was a big test. There was this old man, right? There was this old man that was on the bus, and he smelled like BO, you know, not BO, like poo, right? He smelled like poo. An old man. There was this young woman that was judging him. She was talking shit about him, right? But then she get online and she is loving light. She's a healer and divine and right. But there came a point where there was a test, and that woman failed that test. This is why her gifts are being revoked. This is why her gifts as a healer is being revoked. You are getting tested in your day to day, your day to day, your day to day. So this is why this right here, when these tests come back up, make sure your ass don't fail again. Make sure you don't fail again. When you are out there judging the elderly, the kids, the women, the men, any motherfucking body, right? Make sure that you are prepared, right? You need to have some, if you are an empath or you are a healer or you are a spiritualist or you are just a normal, regular, smuggler person that want to be on this inside group, right? I don't give a fuck if y'all call it a I do not care if y'all call it a cult or whatever y'all call it. I don't care. 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 What I care about is a motherfucker passing their test with flying colors, okay? Be it who they say they are. Showing up with who they say they are. Not infatuated with the image. Not infatuated with the image, okay? I love Corinthians. Corinthians is about love. I love the Corinthians chapters. God says to be mindful of how you treat people. You may be entertaining angels. Exactly. 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 But you know what this woman did? She looked at that man and she did not see an angel. She did not see the divine mother existing, or she did not see that. You want to know why? Because they don't read, they don't study. They don't read, they don't study. If they read and they studied, then they will know. They will know. They will know. And I was supposed to hear that. I really was supposed to hear that. I was supposed to hear that. You know, Spirit said no 3 times. And I didn't realize where Spirit was saying no, but that just came to my mind, y'all. That just came to my mind. I don't like when people treat elderly a certain type of way. I don't like when they treat their brother and sister a certain type of way. I don't like when they treat me a certain type of way. But you know what? I'm not gonna judge them or anything like that. I'm just telling them where you failed at. So when Spirit says no and he be throwing them flags out there, and you know what? I'll go as far as say Corinthians is about love with boundaries and how to keep structure. Absolutely. 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 All right? So I see where Spirit said no at. So see where Spirit said no in your life. All right, that's the download. I love you guys, and I'm going to talk to you guys later. Yeah, destruction and message, okay? So you could be getting a crazy-ass message, or you could be seeing something about yourself. Just remember that they want to destroy your light. They want to destroy your light, your lightness, your circle. They want to punch your holes in your ground, in your root chakra. You want to know why? Because at the end of the day, you did not let destruction... Look at that message at the bottom of the deck. Block. Return to sender. Do not. Not deliverable. All right. If you need to go through your... You know what I had to do last night? I had to go through my contact list and like block people. And then I deleted the number. Because I'm like, I never want these people to contact me again. Never. I never. Okay. There's no rebounding. There is no rebounding. There's no rebounding. Once you cut somebody off, you know, Spirit probably told them no. Spirit probably told them no before they told you no. And that's the big flag. That's the big flag. You know, and people want to be like, oh yeah, I had this dog, da 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 da. Like, no. The word no is, it's like there. Y'all, it's there. Let me get one. I'm going to get one card. Where's my cards? Let me get one Cali card for the day, y'all. Let's get one Cali card for the day. What does Ma Kali, what does the Divine Mother want us to know today? Like, what is the guidance for today? Thank you so much, Ma. Hi, Abby. Hello, hello, hello. Rich rising. Rich day. All right, what is the divine guidance for the day? Rich rising, AK. Rich rising. All right. Kahanda. All right. So this is Kali's sword. All right. This is Kali's sword. This is the Divine Mother sword. Actually, all of them. Look, I'm saying all of them. Even my Durga has it. But let's see. Number 9. All right. Jupiter energy activated. All right. Which way are we swinging our pendulum today? So it says, she yields a holy sword of divine severance. Empowering the soul is radical, empowering the soul and radically letting go. She instills the courage to bear the pain of loss and the wisdom of to realize the secret blessings that can arise when you embrace change. Where our strength of will may father, she intervenes to ensure we do not sabotage our ultimate fulfillment and spiritual progress. She will not allow our souls to be ensnared in any kind of deception or trapped in any type of fear. She is the liberator. Her sword clears the path, revealing the truth. Okay. And then it says the sword severs, breaks, and destroys. It can be a symbol of truth and the need for the soul to let go of something or someone, even though the attachment of ego may still demand that we remain connected without fear of loss and fear of the pain of loss. All right. Her sword knows the attachment required for severing and when and how to obtain such release. Even when the holding on, perhaps out of fear or guilt or doubt, denies us the capacity to even consider walking away, her will prevails. Sometimes we invest into a relationship, a situation, a place, or opportunity because we felt it needed, it's needed it, or beneficial, only to realize later, if at all, that we have outgrown it. Then it becomes at best something slowing down our awakening, or at worst a direct impediment to our spiritual growth. So this is exactly what I am saying. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I took out my lock extensions. I'm going to put them back though. I'm going to put them back. I ordered some new ones. Okay. I ordered some new ones. My husband is like, why? But I'm gonna resell the other ones. Okay. I'm going to resell the other ones because $800 hair sitting in the bag is crazy work. If I don't resell them, I'm going to give them away. But anyway. So listen, there was something that needed to be let go because someone was trying to bait and switch in your life. There was someone or something, a pattern that Divine Mother said you needed to let it go because someone is trying to swap with you. Someone is trying to fish for information. They're trying to gather intel, not because they love you, not because they want to grow with you, but because later on there's a karmic energy that is going to play out. All right, that's going to play out. The Divine Mother seen what was happening and she cut that shit short. Okay, so you may have moved out of a certain image. Okay, you may have moved out of a certain image, out of a certain house, out of a certain job. You may have cut certain people off, but it was something that needed to happen. And do not worry about anybody flipping the narrative and trying to act like they cut you off when in reality you cut them off. Do not try to justify that, defend your name or anything. When a boundary happens and someone acts out later, that is just spirit showing you that that boundary needed to take place. That cut off, it needed to happen. It needed to happen, y'all. It needed to happen. Our awareness can never be complete when we are determined to remain attached and unwilling to see any truth that threatens our attachment. Okay? At worst, let's go back to this. At worst, a direct impediment of our spiritual growth. Some of y'all, since y'all have literally cut certain things out of your life, whether it is repeated cycles, whether it is people, whether it's the way you eat, drink, the way you fucking show up. If you have literally changed that, my hands is itching. Some of y'all is showing up as direct healers. When somebody asks you who you are no longer explaining that I'm a mom, I'm this, I'm that. You are saying who you are, and you are owning up to that. And not only that, you're showing up. I am a light. I am a light. I'm showing up as a light. That's it. That's it. That's it. All right. So now that you have cut them off, now that you no longer have that weight on you, have that darkness shadowing on you, their negativity, showing up negative, showing up with motherfucking questions that you've already answered in private, and they, showing up with their negativity, with their darkness, with their bad odor, 911 on the clock. Now that you cut them off, now you glowing. Now you feel light. Now you feel like, I'm not having stomach problems. I'm not like, my sinuses is clear. My head is no longer foggy. I don't feel like I don't feel like I have to hide my glow up. You get what I'm saying? I don't feel like I have to hide my glow up. I don't have to hide what is this, because this motherfucker ain't glowing up, and I gotta act like God ain't blessed me. I gotta act like God ain't blessed me with a new car, with a new house, with a new outfit. I gotta act like my paycheck didn't hit. You get what I'm saying? I gotta act like I'm not tapped in or connected. I gotta act like this and be like this, because at the end of the day, this motherfucker ain't receiving. You get what I'm saying? And when you show up like that and they're not receiving, they're trying to say, oh, she thinks she better than us. She thinks she this. She thinks she that. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that I think. It's not that I think that's what you think. You compared us. I never compared us. What I did was I said, come on, I'm going to help you get to where I'm at. Whatever I have, you can have too. You know? And your ancestors came in and was like, bitch, no. This whole stole your inheritance last lifetime, the lifetime before that. The lifetime before that, and we let a bitch slide. We let her slide into this lifetime. We seen what you was going to do. We seen the overplay for the underplay. We heard what her prayer said. We heard that she put you on her altar, and she said, you know what? She put you on her vision board. But I tell y'all, stop letting motherfuckers put y'all on the vision board. Don't put nobody on the motherfucking vision board. You create a vision board, you make sure it's about you, your energy, not what another motherfucker got. Okay? Not that. All right? Spirit seen all of that. They seen it, and they cut that shit off. Okay? We may admit something is wrong, but choose to believe that if we just change ourselves somehow or work harder to heal the other person, then the negativity will transform into something positive. We then become trapped in an impossible situation of our own creation, knowing something is not working, but as we are not capable of letting it go, fooling ourselves into thinking that we can heal or transform through methods that cannot accomplish the task. Okay? Some of y'all is on a path. Y'all have a job to do. And by trying to push, pull, drag another motherfucker with you, saying, oh, kumbaya, come into my circle, I need help doing this. God is going to put the right people that's in your path, that's supposed to be in your path, that's going to do the work. You doing the work, they doing the work, she doing the work, he doing the work. You get what I'm saying? The kids doing the work. The kids is like, hey, mommy, what is it that you need? Right? Your sisters is asking you, hey, do you need anything? Matter of fact, some of them already know that you need that coffee. Some of them already know that you know what? She need that candle. She need that oil. Let me go ahead and give it to her, right? And then they're able to use that, manifest something, and they pour them back into you. There's an equal give and take here. You get what I'm saying? This is not the Six of Pentacles. This is not the Six of Pentacles. This is not the Six of Cups energy. This is not the Six of Swords energy. Sixes is about equal give and take, right? Equal give and take. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. This is not the Six of Pentacles. Divine is saying this. She's giving crumbs to one and she's giving abundance to the other one. Because you don't know what the part, and they're neither one of them is looking at each other. You get what I'm saying? Neither one of them is looking at each other. Six of Swords energy. This is not Captain Save-A-Hole energy. This is not that energy. Divine said we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're going to put you in the nines. We're going to put you in the nines energy. All right. When Callie Devi's sword appears as a message, she advises that whatever we are struggling with can and should be handled over to a higher power. She will sever the threads of attachment, and we can trust that if someone or something is meant to remain in our lives or to return according to divine love and wisdom, then it shall be. If we need to go against divine love to keep something, it can only create suffering. She will not only remove that impediment on your path, but support you. Okay? So the release brings you joy rather than endless sorrow. Okay? The oracle is the sword denotes divine workings in a struggle you are moving through at this time. There is a precedent series of events due to occur and orchestrated at a higher level. So like I told y'all, there is something that is happening at a higher level, at a higher perspective. And when these people show up, they could be gathering other flying fucking monkeys to try to pull you down, right? Now, I want to talk to a certain group of people, right? I want to talk to a certain group of people. I'm not talking about the ones that's cutting, right? I'm talking about the flying monkey group, right? Y'all are gathering together to be a whole bunch of flying monkeys in the sky to come up against the divine. Why? Why? Stand on principle. For you to be at an appropriate vibration to move in harmony with where you need to be and whom you need to interact with, certain releases have to take place now. They have these cutoffs was unexpected. These moves was unexpected. These approvals was unexpected. You like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Things is working out in my favor. I just got chills in my head because divine said, now is the time. Now is the time. Jama Kali, Jama Durga, Bauta Shri Sai, may peace be with all. Thank you so much, Mother Mirror. Thank you so much for the message. All right, y'all. Now is the time. Now is the time. All right. If you have been looking for answers, go to divine, apply what you have to your faith and you will receive it. Okay. I love you guys and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Y'all have a wonderful day on purpose. All right. As my baby Abby would say, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye. And thank you to my moderator for locking them up. Love